Welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the Northeast Skate Zone, as the Skylands Kings start their journey to a championship. Good afternoon and welcome to Philadelphia. I'm Mike Formisano as the Skylands Kings, 13 and under AA squad, take on the Rockets Hockey Club in game number 1 of the Atlantic Hockey Federation playoffs. The Kings with 18 wins, 22 losses, good enough for third place in the New Jersey division. Take on the Rockets, who finished at 18-20 and 2 ties, and that was good enough for second. These teams have met 4 times this season, with the Kings winning 3 of 4, but throw that out the window. Today is a 1-game showdown between the Kings and the Rockets. It's a 3-game round robin, and the winner of the group out of 4 teams will advance to Monday's championship between New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And then we'll explain the rest of it later on, as there's also a national group and a possible wild card spot. Let's go over the rosters for both teams. We start with the Rockets Hockey Club. We have number 4, Sean McKinnon. Number 6 is Willard Brown. Number 7, Bodie Brown. Number 8, Noah Vallejo. Number 10, Daniel Daggett. Number 11, Theodore Scala. 16 is Braden Batista. 20, Javed Qureshi. 21, Anthony Vantasell. 23 is Haley Masoner. 45, Gabriel Raffel. 61, Leonardo Ferrone. 76, James Chesson. 77, Alexander Mack. 78 is Walter Frazee. 86 is Holden Carey. And number 88, Logan Robb, the goaltenders for the Rockets Hockey Club out of Bridgewater, New Jersey. Number 31, Garrison Thrun. And number 70, Giovanna Amores. For the Skylands Kings, we start with number 4, Trevor Cooper. Number 6, Ryan Walsh. Number 8, Sam DiRobertis. Number 9, Logan Dixon. Number 10, Noah Bernstein. Number 11, Nicky Ciarelli. Number 14, Braden Klein. 16 is Max Fish. 19 is Connor Dunn. 20, Gio Valente. 22, Michael Formisano. 23, Gavin Butler. 25 is Rocco Gallucci. Luca Catapano's number 50. 82 is Damian Slater. And number 86, Nate Troy. The goaltender for the Skylands Kings is number 1, Braden Contrini. The head coach of the Skylands Kings 13 and under AA squad is Charlie Spetz, assisted by coaches Troy Zellers, Mike Bernstein, and Dave Gallucci. I am Mike Formisano. We are here live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, city of brotherly love, city of Rockies, city of the Eagles and the Flyers and the 76ers and Phillies. We are here in Philly as the Skylands Kings begin their journey for a championship. They take on the Rockets Hockey Club next inside the Flyers rink at Northeast Skate Zone. Welcome back to the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as we are all set for opening face-off between the Skylands Kings and the Rockets Hockey Club. Skylands out of Stockholm, New Jersey, and the Rockets out of Bridgewater. The other game going on, the number 1 seed, the Avalanche of North Jersey and Hackensack, taking on the number 4 seed, and that's the Jersey Shore Wildcats. Last update, third period, the Avalanche led 3-0 with 10 minutes to go. Noah Bernstein will center a line of Ryan Walsh and Damian Slater with Logan Dixon and Gavin Butler on defense. Here's the faceoff, and it goes back to the Rockets. There is Raffel, number 45. He passes over to Masinger, who sends it up the boards. Kings in their road navy jerseys trimmed by gold and white. They're going left to right on your screen. The Rockets in their home red uniforms trimmed by black and a little bit of silver, maybe a little bit of white. Dark names and dark numbers on dark jerseys is going to make it difficult, but we'll do our best. Kings send it into the corner. There's Walsh. Walsh has it in the far corner. Now pass in front to Slater. Now to Bernstein. It goes wide and into the far corner. Back to Butler at the point. Butler sends it in. It's intercepted. Comes outside the zone and handled by Noah Bernstein. This is game number 1 of 3 of a round robin for the 4 New Jersey teams. The winner of the group advances to the 8 o'clock final on Monday morning against the Pennsylvania winner. Shot in on Contrini, stick save, and he gets the first one under his belt. Here is Sam DiRobertis along the boards. It's sent to Vallejo, number 8 for the Rockets. Kings defeated the Rockets 3 times this season, but the Rockets got them once at the Bridgewater Sports Arena on an overtime goal by Bodie Brown. Sent into the Kings zone and back behind the net. Vallejo is in there. And a big check behind by Gavin Butler. Now the Kings will take it out. Sam DiRobertis with Michael Formisano and Max Fish. DiRobertis across the blue. He's onside. The shot in off of number 61 Ferroni for the Rockets. Set right back in by Braden Clyde, but it's in an offside as Formisano is still inside the zone. 14:24 to go, first period. We are just underway. It's the Kings and Rockets, no score. We are live from the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're glad you're with us. DiRobertis taking the draw against Frazee, and the Rockets win it. In order to win this group, you've at least got to win twice. You most likely have to win 3 times. Here's Frazee in the corner. Goes back to the point to McKinnon. McKinnon with the shot. Goes wide left and into the near corner. Handled there by number 20 for the Rockets and sent back outside the zone by Catapano. Now the Rockets try to play it outside the zone. Picked up by Alexander Mack, number 77. Inside the Kings end. It goes into the near corner. Back behind the net in front. Goes wide as number 78 Frazee had it right on the doorstep. Puck comes out to the Kings. Here's DiRobertis. Sam DiRobertis across the blue line. Shot on goal. Saved by the Rockets netminder. And I believe it's number 31, Garrison Thrun. Here is Cooper. Trevor Cooper inside the zone. Cooper with the shot. Deflected off of Koreshi. And it goes in the far corner. Ciarelli will play it back inside the zone, and the Rockets grab it there. That is McKinnon with it. Over to Daggett. Daniel Daggett along the near boards, being defended by Cooper. Trevor Cooper has it in the corner. Play it up to Formisano. Michael Formisano is picked up by DiRobertis. Here comes DiRobertis with Ciarelli. Pass across to Ciarelli. It's off his stick and picked up by the Rockets. Here is number 11, Theodore Scala. He sends it in right on goal, and a glove save by Contrini, and he'll cover. 12:47 to go in the opening period. No score between the Kings and Rockets. We are here live inside the Flyers rink at Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is game number 1 of a 3-game round robin today and tomorrow on President's Day weekend. Puck into the high slot, now drop, backhand shot, save, Contrini. And Dixon picks it up. Passes it out to Ciarelli. Contini's been sharp so far. Here's Dunn on the blue line across with Blytroy. Dunn into the far corner. Goes back behind the net. Over to Ciarelli. Ciarelli in the near corner. Tries to throw it on net, hit the side of it, just to the right of Thrun. And now Blytroy playing in along with the Rockets defense. Comes back out to the point. There's Dixon. Shot on goal, save Thrun. It's covers. It's actually not Thrun. It is Giovanna Amore. It's number 70 in net. As that 7 was looking like a 3 for me. But it is Amores in net for the Rockets Hockey Club as she gets to start today. No score between the Kings and Rockets. 12-12 to go here in the first period. Wholesale changes for both teams. It will be number 10, Bernstein, centering Walsh and Gio Valente. Puck goes in the corner, picked up by Raffle, number 45. Sends it up. Not outside the zone. Right back in by Luca Catapano. Here's Masinger with it. Into the low slot. Stolen away by Ryan Walsh. Walsh to Catapano. Over to Klein along the near boards. Klein sends it in. Deflected. It's in Bernstein's skates. And the Rockets clear it. And here is 45, Gabriel Raffle. He'll backhand it inside the zone. Catapano gives chase. Luke will send it around. Back to the point. It's over to Bernstein. Here comes Noah Bernstein across the red. Bernstein across the blue. Noah Bernstein inside the zone. Trying to give it to Walsh. He gets it to him. The shot just over the crossbar and off the glass. Here's Klein with it. Sends it back in. Picked up by Raffle. Now over to Bernstein. Bernstein receives a check right along the far boards. Gets the puck back. Passes back to the point to Catapano. The shot on goal. Wide. And over the crossbar. Here is Klein. Along the near boards now. And the Rockets are able to play in the zone. This is number 7, Bodie Brown. Trying to play it in. Brown has had some big goals against the Kings over the years. The overtime winner this year, and then also in the winter whiteout last season. Catabano with a shot, just wide left. And here's Walsh in the corner. Walsh looking to outlet it. Pass over to Fish, just off his stick and along the near boards now. Now Catabano will send it back behind, and Koreshi picks it up for the Rockets. Logan Robb with it. He clears the zone, sends it back out to center ice. Here's Clyde to Catabano. Luca Catabano across the blue line. Slap shot by Catabano, wide right. Goes into the far corner. Now Slater to DiRobertis, stolen away by the Rockets. And now here is Chesson with it. Chesson with a big goal late in the season. 7 seconds to go in the game as the Rockets defeated the Wildcats and basically helped them clinch the second seed in the playoffs. Buck to Slater, holds it at the line, tries to send it across. Intercepted by the Rockets, and they clear the zone. The Rockets Hockey Club out of Bridgewater, New Jersey, and they are offside of the play. 9:59 to go, first period, no score between the Kings and the Rockets. Shots on goal favoring the Kings, 5-4. It'll be DiRobertis centering Fish and Slater with Cooper and Butler on defense. Galucci. Perone has it for the Rockets. Gives it back to Vallejo. Fish in there. Good forecheck by Fish. Comes back to the Kings. There's Galucci. Over to Cooper. Trevor Cooper sends it up past Fish. Picked up by Vallejo. Comes back inside the zone, and there's Cooper with it. Cooper with the pass across to Galucci. Off the boards now to Slater. Giving to DiRobertis. DiRobertis coming in with Fish. Just out of his reach. Now the shot behind. Here's DiRobertis looking for a wraparound attempt. And covered by Amores as she holds the post. 9:25 remaining here in the opening period. Good play by DiRobertis looking for the wraparound attempt on the backhand, but Amores was holding that right iron. It'll be Blybe Troy centering Formisano and Ciarelli along with Dixon and Butler on the points. Here's a face-off. Blybe Troy tried to go forward with it. It's along the boards. And here is Alexander Mack. Mack will play it in. It goes into the corner. Rocket player goes down, and we got a penalty. It'll be the first one of the game. It's to be an interference against Logan Dixon, and the Rockets to the power play. Dixon to the box, and the Rockets with their first man advantage of the evening with 9:12 to go. It's actually afternoon. We have a 4:30 start here, East Coast time in Philly. So the Rockets will go to the power play. Dixon in the box for 90 seconds. Face off to the right of Contrini. It's won by the Kings. Blybe Troy sends it into the corner to Klein. Klein plays it around behind the net. Goes over to the Rockets. The Rockets pass in front, tipped, and along the near boards. Kings want to try and jump on the Rockets early in this game. The longer you let them hang around, more they believe. I guess you could say the same thing about the Kings as well. No score here, 8:53 in the first period. Back to the point, there's Vallejo. Vallejo with the shot, tip. Save by Contrini. He got the right pad down. Now Klein with it along the boards. Out to Vantasell. Anthony Vantasell goes into the corner. Shot on goal. Save. No, it's on the goal line. No goal. It's sweet past Contrini, and Dixon was able to pick it up on the goal line. Great defensive play by the Kings there to keep this game scoreless. Offside in the play, and with 8:32 remaining, it'll be outside the Kings zone for a face-off. What a play by Dixon to save a goal there as it squeaked past Contrini. He was on the goal line, and he made sure it didn't cross. Here's Brown with the shot. Off of Cooper, it goes in the corner. Trevor Cooper will take it behind the net. Plays it up to Walsh. Ryan Walsh in the backhand. He'll pass it out just outside the zone, and as Willard Brown tries to play it back in, it's on an offside. We're down to 8:19 to go, halfway through the first period. No score between the Kings and the Rockets Hockey Club. The Kings out of Stockholm, New Jersey, in Skylands Ice World. The Rockets out of the Bridgewater Sports Arena in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Face-off won by the Kings, but it goes over to Brown. Galucci after it. Rocco Galucci will send it up. Willard Brown intercepts now to Bodie Brown. Back to Masoner. Off the skates of Bernstein. The backhand. And Bernstein's able to poke it, but not out. Held in by the Rockets. Coming in, the shot on goal. Scores! number 6, Willard Brown, with the wrister past the glove of Braden Catrini. And with 7:56 to go, it's a power play goal, and the Rockets grab a 1-0 lead. Well, the shot came in off Willard Brown. It was just above Catrini's glove, and it gives the Rockets a 1-0 advantage. The Rockets will cause a lot of trouble for the Kings over the years. It's the first year that the Kings actually won the season series against the Rockets. So, now the Rockets go ahead and get the jump on the Kings early today. Here's Chesson at the red line. The pass in to number 76. Now the shot on goal. Save Catrini, and he covers. Oh, Catrini tested on that, and it bounced off his equipment, landed right in front of him. He was able to smother it for the face-off. Rockets dominating offensive zone time now for the past few minutes, especially after the power play. Comes back to Qureshi. Qureshi off the skates of DiRobertis. Played by Cooper. Trevor Cooper off the glass. It bounces off the dasher. Connor Dunn takes a hit. Goes back to the Rockets. Here's Qureshi along the near boards. Stolen by Fish. DiRobertis looking to play it in. Comes back outside the zone, and there is Chesson with it. Over to Frazee. Walter Frazee in the corner, being guarded by Cooper. Now Qureshi sends it back to Frazee. Intercepted by the Kings. And Cooper's able to play it, but not out. Qureshi holds it, sends it back in behind the net. Now in front. Shot on goal. Save Catrini as he holds the post. He tried to tuck that one in as well. Now here's DiRobertis in the far corner. Sends it around. Fish with it. Fish looking to play it out. It's tipped by Qureshi. Shot on goal. Save by Catrini. Got his left shoulder on that. Now it comes back out to Fish. Fish sends it outside the zone and all the way down the ice. McKinnon grabs it. There's no icing on the play. It's off the far boards. Here's Dunn. Now to DiRobertis. Sam DiRobertis on the faceoff dot. Shot on goal. Save of Morris. And she'll hold on. Quick wrister by Sam DiRobertis up into the logo area of Morris' jersey. And so, with 6:22 remaining, face-off to the left of the Rockets netminder. It'll be Blybe, Troy, Valente, and Ciarelli. Puck comes in. McKinnon picks it up for the Rockets. He'll send it back around to Logan Robb. Robb sidesteps Butler. We got a 3-on-2. Pass across through the crease, and it goes into the near corner. Now Van Tassel comes back to Valente. Gio Valente sidesteps Qureshi. Inside the zone, trying to get past McKinnon. Can't do so. He'll wrap it around the boards. Blybe Troy after it. Nate behind the net. Trying to get space to work. He's got a rocking defender on him. Pops back out, but picked up by Van Tassel. Now along the near boards. And the Rockets are able to clear the zone. Here is number 86, Holden Carey. Carey will circle back around inside the Kings' end. 5:34 to go, first period. Rockets lead 1-0 in a goal by Willard Brown, a power play goal for the Rockets. Here's Dixon. Logan Dixon at the goal line. In the corner. Ciarelli with it. Plays it up to Blybe Troy. Nate Blybe Troy across the red line. He'll send it in on net. Amores makes the save and gives it off to the defense. Here is number 61 for Owens. Stolen away by Walsh. Ryan Walsh coming in. Walsh, the shot on goal. Saved by Amores. The rebound is loose. Walsh has it behind the net. Through the crease. And it comes out to the Rockets. Now here's Bernstein. Bernstein sends it in the corner. Walsh goes in after it. Walsh behind the net. Walsh trying to dipsy doodle his way in. Shot on goal by Bernstein. Off a defender. And it goes along the far boards. Here's Walsh with it. Walsh being checked by Brown. Walsh has it pinned up along the boards. The Rockets trying to dig it out. Now Forbesano with it. Forbesano with the pass back to Klein. Klein with the shot. Wide right. It goes into the corner. Here's Bernstein. Sends it in on net. Amores covers. And a face-off. Good penetration by the Kings. Knocking on the door. Just couldn't break through. And with 4:25 remaining, the face-off will be deep inside the Rockets' end. Walsh was right on the doorstep. Probably a little too close as Amores was able to set up her body to be able to block that shot by Walsh. And then Kings working to try and get back to the net after that. Here's a face-off won by the Rockets, and Raffle plays it all the way around. Bodie Brown tries to poke it outside the zone. It comes back in. Here's DiRobertis. Sam DiRobertis with the shot. Save Amores over to Dunn. Right pad save by Amores, and it goes all the way back down the ice. Trevor Cooper after it as there's no icing on the play. Cooper has it out to the left post. Along the far boards, tried to sidestep Willard Brown. Over to Gallucci. Gallucci fans on it. Settles it back down. Sends it up, but not out. And there's Fish. Brown picks it up. Over to Bodie Brown. Bodie Brown with the shot. Backhander. He shovels it into the corner. And there is Cooper. Off the dasher. Rolls around there. Pops back down the ice. And it goes to Trevor Cooper. Cooper with the pass to Fish. Fish over to DiRobertis. Sam DiRobertis looking to break inside the zone. Can't do so. And we got a hit on Batista by Fish. Kings chasing it. It's Dixon in the corner. You got Frazee in there as well. Puck along the near boards is DiRobertis, picked up by the Rockets. Frazee, Fish on him. Comes back to the near corner. Sent back in by Koreshi. Knocked down by DiRobertis. Here comes DiRobertis over the red line. Over the blue. In on two, rocking the fence. The shot. Save Amores. Low shot. About 6 inches off the ice. But Amores reaches down and is able to grab it with a catching glove. 3:03 to go. First period. Rockets lead 1-0 on a goal by Willard Brown halfway through the first period. It'll be Blythe, Troy, Ciarelli, Valente, Dixon, and Butler on the points. Puck along the near boards now. Picked up by the Rockets and cleared outside the zone. Here's Logan Robb coming in with Frazee. The shot. Blocker glove save by Braden Contrini. Goes into the corner. Now Frazee with the pass across to Robb. The shot deflected down by Butler. The rebound is over the crossbar. Now it's up the side of the net. Rockets trying to put it home. Contrini's able to make the save. It goes along the near boards. Rockets have it there. Here's Frazee. Can't tee it up. Koreshi off the King's skate. Now McKinnon. The shot blocked by Dixon. It's loose. Rockets trying to put it home. Off the post. And it goes in the corner. Kings pick it up there. There's Valente right in front of their bench. Now Valente on the red line. Robb missed the check there. Goes back to Frazee. Very physical game so far. Chesson and Butler all over him. Knocks him down. Referee's letting him play fast and loose. Here's Carey. Gives it over to Vantasell. Anthony Vantasell with the shot. Blocker glove save again by Contrini. It goes in the corner. And Alexander Mack picks it up. Loses it over to Dixon. Logan Dixon behind the net. Blythe Troy with it now. Sent up to Ciarelli. Held in by Vallejo. And it goes around. Now Butler with it. Set up by Blythe Troy. Vallejo holds it. Blythe Troy's able to play it, but not out. Vallejo holds into the low slot. Through the crease. And the Kings are able to play it up, but not out again. Vallejo like a wall there. You can't get past him. Minute 19 to go in the first period. It's like 3 or 4 attempts trying to get it outside the zone. Vallejo held it every time. Puck goes in the near corner there. Back to Vallejo. Noah Vallejo sends it back in. Picked up by Mack. Mack falls down. The Rockets want a penalty. They don't get it. There's Vallejo. The shot on goal. Knocked down by Butler. Here's Dixon along the boards. Kings can't break the zone. They finally do as Ciarelli's able to send it, but it just trickled out. Vallejo got a piece of that one, too. Wow. Here's Blythe trying the backhand. Slater looking to break around. It's cleared out of the way by number 8, Noah Vallejo, who's been everywhere for the Rockets so far. Now Carey with it. Bernstein knocks that down. Along the near board. Slaps up at Catapano into the skate of Anthony Vantasell. Second shot. Save of Morris. It's loose as Walsh tried to put the rebound home. But Morris is able to cover and no further play. 21.8 seconds to go in the first period. Face off to the left of Amores. It'll be Bernstein, Walsh, Slater, Klein, and Catapano on defense. 1-0 Rockets lead. Here's a face-off. Bernstein tries to go forward with it. It's off a defender. Goes over to the Rockets. Says Willard Brown sends the pass across. Over to Bodie Brown. Does he have enough time? 13 seconds. Off the skate of Klein. Here's Slater outside to Masoner. Bernstein trying to rush past her. Masinger is able to give it back to Raffo. Sends it over. Walsh steals it. Oh, he tried to tee it up. Now the back end to Slater. Slater in front. The shot on goal. Saved by Amores at the buzzer. Big save by the Rockets goaltender right as time was expiring. The goal, I believe, would have counted if they had put it past her, but end of the first period, and the Rockets lead 1-0. We'll be back to the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for period number 2 right after this. No, what's his name? Steve Jacoby. Welcome back to the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Before we go ahead and get back to action, I want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to Steve Jacoby. He's resting comfortably in the hospital right now, related to the Bleibtreus. Had a stroke this past weekend, but has recovered from it. He's recovering, he's resting, and we hope he's watching and enjoying this game. So, Steve, we hope you wish that you feel better and that you're back with us very soon. We are past one period here at the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Kings trailing the Rockets Hockey Club out of Bridgewater 1-0 in this playoff game in the Atlantic Hockey Federation Championships. Willard Brown with the lone goal on a power play halfway through the first period. And so now the Kings looking for the equalizer and maybe more in period number 2. The Kings in their road navy jerseys trimmed by gold and white with the Kings logo on the front, names and numbers on the back, and they're traveling right to left on your screen. The Rockets in their red uniforms trimmed by black, and they're going left to right. Period number 2, Bernstein will take the face-off against Willard Brown. Walsh and Slater on the wings, Cooper and Gallucci on defense. Here we go. And here is Damian Slater off of Walsh's helmet, bounces into the zone. There's Masinger after it. Walsh steals it. Walsh in the corner. Walsh trying to play around the Rockets' defense. Rockets tying Walsh up along the boards there, as Ryan tried to jump on it and try and get something started early in this period. Now here's Walsh in the back end to Slater. Slater with the shot. Save! It's loose in front. And it goes behind the net. Slater now in the corner, passes it back to Gallucci. Rocco Gallucci fires. Blocker glove saved by Amores. Here's Slater after it. Raffle playing along the boards to Braden Batista, and it's outside the zone. They say it bounced off a player on the bench, and so the faceoff will go right in front of the Skylands Kings bench. Just underway here, second period. At the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, we are live for game number 1 of the Atlantic Hockey Federation Championships for the Skylands Kings 13 and under AA squad. They are taking it on the Rockets Hockey Club, trailing 1-0. DeRobertis will take the draw. It's Dunn and Fish out there for the Kings on the wings. Butler and Dixon on defense. Here's Butler at the point, sends it back in. McKinnon after it. Now Fish in there, goes into the far corner. Kings trying to steal it away. There's Dixon. Dixon pins it along the boards. Now DeRobertis gives chase. McKinnon behind his net. Plays it out. Along the boards, there's Butler with it. Butler out to DeRobertis. Trying to play it back in. It's loose, so Morris will jump on it before Dunn can get all over it. 14:49 to go here in the second period. 1-0 Rockets lead on a goal by Willard Brown halfway through the first period. DeRobertis will stay out there to take the draw for the Kings against the Rockets. It's tough to see the names and numbers from this distance, so I'm not even going to try. Puck in front to Dunn. It's loose in the low slot. Kings trying to play it out there. Frazee, 78, and gives it over to Logan Robb. Robb, number 88 for the Rockets. Shot on goal, high over the crossbar and off the glass. Rockets have it along the far boards, out to Ferrone. Ferrone fans on it. Here comes Dixon. Logan Dixon. The pass up to DeRobertis. Sam DeRobertis coming in with Fish. DeRobertis widens out the shot. Just missed the right corner up top. I was looking for it, and it just sailed past the crossbar. Now here's Frazee with Robb. Frazee in the slot. The shot. Save Contrini, and he'll cover. Stick save by Braden Contrini, and he swallows it up. 14:08 to go in the second period. Rockets Hockey Club 1, Skylands, no score. Game number 2 for the Kings will be tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. across the way in the Phantoms rink. They'll take on the number 1 seed, the North Jersey Avalanche. Please join us for that tomorrow morning. And then we'll head over to Grundy Ice Arena in Bristol, Pennsylvania for game number 3. That will be between the Kings and the number 4 seed, the Jersey Shore Wildcats. The winner of the group advances to Monday morning, and that's it, except there is a wild card. And you have the National group, the Pennsylvania group, and the New Jersey group. The top second place team will advance to the wild card spot and take on the winner of the National group. The National group made up of Ashburn Extreme, Montgomery Valley Hockey Association out of Maryland, the Long Island Rebels, and the 4th team is the PHA Icemen out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Face-off will be outside the zone, just in front of the Rockets bench. Action from earlier today in the Pennsylvania group. We'll update you to that in just a second. Here's Blythe taking the draw. Formasano on the left. Comes back to Klein. Klein will play it outside the zone and along the near boards. Ferrone picks it up for the Rockets. The pass across. Now Ciarelli gets a stick on it. It goes over to Vantasell. Anthony Vantasell trying to get around Formasano. Good defense by him. Cleared out of the way by Catapano. Back to throwing the shot. High over the glass and into the netting and out of play. As I said, the Pennsylvania group has already played their first games. Right on this ice before the Kings and Rockets hit. The Valley Forge Colonials, the number 2 seed, took out Team Philadelphia 4-2. And earlier today, it was the number 4 seed, the Philadelphia Blazers, upsetting number 1 Palmyra 6-3. Later on today, it'll be the National group for their first games, and then a doubleheader for each team tomorrow. Puck played back inside the zone, but it's on and offside. So the Kings looking for some momentum to get back into the Rockets end of the ice and put some offensive pressure on Amores and company. 13-17 to go here in the second period. It's been a pretty clean game so far. Only one penalty, the penalty to Dixon, and the Rockets made the Kings pay for it. Puck up to Walsh. Brown knocks it off his stick, but only temporarily. Here's Ryan Walsh along the near boards. Walsh trying to backhand it in. He'll turn back around. He's got 2 Rocket defensemen to get past. Walsh, the shot on goal. And I think Amore's got her blocker glove on it. Comes back out to the point to Cooper. Cooper will send it back in. Walsh gives chase. Ryan Walsh hits the brakes, turns back around. Tries to go to the far side. Walsh has it in the far corner. Back to the point to Cooper. Cooper sidesteps the defenseman, Batista. Now Cooper with it along the far boards. He's pinching in. Shot goes behind the net. There's Valente with it. Into the near corner. Masinger plays it up. Back to the point. Held in by the Kings. No, he had come outside the zone as Gallucci played it back in. 12:31 to go in the second period. 1-0 Rockets lead. Shots on goal, 11 apiece for both the Kings and Rockets. The faceoff will be near us in the neutral zone, just outside the Rockets' end. It'll be Sam DiRobertis taking the draw with Damian Slater on the left, Max Fish on the right. Won by the Rockets, and they go forward with it. Theodore Scala, number 11, into the zone. Scala, the pass across, and tied up there by Walsh, and he's able to play it forward outside the zone. Here's McKinnon with it. McKinnon, pass across to Daniel Daggett. Here is DiRobertis. DiRobertis turning around. He's got Fish along the boards there. Shot comes in off the skates of Dixon. Logan Dixon trying to get around. Rockets have it in the far corner. Kings looking to play it out. It's in the skates of Dixon. Now it goes back to the Rockets. In front, Contrini with the poke check. And it goes back to the far corner. Now the Rockets with it. Looking for a wraparound. Can't do so as DiRobertis ties him up and steals the puck. Here's DiRobertis trying to get around Frazee. DiRobertis can pass out to Fish. Fish stutter steps. He gets it across the blue line. The shot on goal goes wide left. Picked up by Slater. Slater checked off the puck by McKinnon. Now back to DiRobertis. Here is Frazee. Plays it outside the zone, and Dixon has it now. Logan Dixon gives it to Gavin Butler. Butler Cross ice pass to Nicky Ciarelli. Drop off pass to Roberts. They got a 2-on-1 to Slater. Slater all alone. The shot. Glove save by Giovanna Amores. And she holds on. Slater was ticketing the top right corner as well. And Amores stole it from him. 11:07 to go here. Amores on top of her game here tonight. The Kings are going to have to get creative to be able to put the puck by her. Blythe Troy with Formisano, Ciarelli, Klein, and Catapano. Pass across this Formisano. Back to Klein. Sends it back into the corner. Scala has it. Sends it all the way around. Ciarelli in the near corner. Ciarelli with it. Knocked off his stick by Vantasell. Now back into the near corner. Formisano in there with Ferrone. Formisano gives it back to Klein. Adams reaching all the way down into the Kings' end of the ice. Ciarelli has to jump on it. Stolen away by Rob. Can't handle it. Ice is very choppy here today as the puck is bouncing all over the place. Here's Vallejo along the far boards. Pass up to Chesson, now to Vantasell. Vantasell coming in. One defender to beat. Catapano's able to poke that away. Great defense by Luca Catapano. And the pass up to Formisano. Michael Formisano with the puck on his stick. Along the far boards, trying to get around Vallejo. In front of Catapano, the shot just goes wide. Great setup, just didn't work. Formisano with the Ciarelli, and he fans on the shot. He got a piece of it. Not good wood to send in. Right on the side of the net, and the Rockets pick it up there. Good offensive pressure by the Kings. Just good get it teed up. Here's Klein with it. Behind his own goal. He's got Rob on him. Rob crunches Klein along the boards. The shot comes in, and it goes into the near corner. Rockets have it there. Stolen away by Formisano. Here's Michael Formisano over the red line. Coming in over the blue. Formisano still with it, trying to get around Masinger. Barrels his way past her. Stolen away by Carey. And the Rockets are able to clear the zone. Here is Alexander Mack. Klein on him. Mack with the shot. Save by Contrady. Big save by the Kings goalie. And here's Ciarelli along the far boards. Play it out to Klein. Stolen away by the Rockets on his knees, trying to get to the net. The puck's in the low slot, cleared out of the way by Catapano. Catapano backhanded to the line. Masinger holds it. The shot deflected, goes wide left. Here's Mack with it. Mack sends it in. Bernstein gives a shove. 9 minutes to go. Second period. 1-0 Rockets. Ciarelli clears his zone. He sends it all the way down the ice. No icing on the play, so Raffel has to play it. Raffel behind the net. Formisano and Bernstein both coming in on him. Walsh out there as well. Walsh trying to give it back to Catapano. Good sidestep by Carey. Walsh able to knock it off his stick, but Willard Brown picks it up. Brown loses it over, and there's Catapano. Luca Catapano along the far boards. The pass to Bernstein just off his stick. There's Masinger. They're onside. Bernstein will backhand it into the corner. There's Walsh. Masinger on her. Walsh has it in the far corner. Walsh with the pass back out to Gallucci. Rocco Gallucci off of Willard Brown. And it comes over to number 16, Batista. Back to Bodie Brown. Bodie Brown with the shot. Save by Contrady into the breadbasket. And he'll hold on. 8:11 to go. We are almost halfway through. Rockets lead the Kings 1-0 in the New Jersey 2-3 matchup here in Philadelphia. An equipment issue. One of the Kings retired the skate. I think it's Dixon. Shots on goal, 13-12 in favor of the Rockets. And they lead 1-0 on a goal by Willard Brown halfway through the first period. As I said, Kings with 2 games tomorrow. One at 9 a.m. against the Avalanche. And then the second game against the Jersey Shore Wildcats. Stolen by Batista with the shot. Deflected down by Dunn. Taken away by Bernstein. Here's Noah with Walsh over the red line, 2-on-2. Here comes Bernstein in. Bernstein trying to power his way through. Can't do so. Turns back around. The Rockets held him up. Here's Cooper with it. Cooper along the boards. Cooper coming in the shot. Save of Morris. It's loose in front. Walsh trying to pound it home. He scores! He scores! Brian Walsh, a third attempt, gives the Kings the 1-1 tie. Walsh's goal with 7:45 to go ties the game at 1. Brian Walsh past Giovanna Amores, and the Kings have deadlocked the score. Well, the Kings getting the equalizer about halfway through. With 7:45 remaining, it's a brand new hockey game. Tied at 1. DiRobertis will take the draw. Fish on the left, Valente on the right. Dixon and Butler on defense. Comes back to McKinnon. Sean McKinnon over the red line. Now sends it in. Dixon picks it up behind the net. Sends it back around to Valente. Gio Valente is held there by Vantasel. Anthony Vantasel in the face-off circle. Shot on goal goes wide and into the corner. Kings have new life here. Max Fish with the hit on the rocket forward. And here's DiRobertis. Sam DiRobertis over the red line. He's got 2-on-1. DiRobertis coming in the shot on goal. Save of Morris. It's loose. Kings trying to poke it home. It's underneath the Morris and she covers. Big save by the Rockets goalie. And we remain tied at 1. 7:10 to go. Second period. Willard Brown with the goal for the Rockets Hockey Club. Ryan Walsh with the equalizer for the Kings. And we are deadlocked at 1. DiRobertis with the draw. Sends it back to the point to Dixon. Dixon fires. It's off the skates of Valente and it goes over to Ferrone. Sends it back off the stick of Butler and it comes outside the zone. Butler trying to hold it. Here are the Rockets. Vantasel inside the zone. Fish is able to knock him off the puck. Good play by Max Fish. And he gets crunched along the boards there. Butler picks it up. Sends it outside the zone. Ferrone has to give chase. Christian Ferrone in the corner. Valente after him on the forecheck. Now in front. Fish steals it away. Fish fans of the shot as it rolled off his stick. And here is Frazee. 2-on-2 for the Rockets. Inside the zone. Now a 3-on-2. The shot. Save. Contrini. Goes back behind the net. It's in the low slot. And it goes behind the net and along the boards. Pass in front. Rob with the shot. Save. Contrini. Fish got the stick down in the first shot. And the rebound attempt. Contrini was able to make the save. Here's Valente. Up to DiRobertis. Sam DiRobertis over the blue line, now over the red. Sends it into the Rockets zone off the boards. We're tied at 1 with 6 minutes remaining in the second period. Puck to Slater. Slater at the faceoff dot. The shot just over the crossbar. Here's Clyde with it. Over to Ciarelli. Nicky Ciarelli in the far corner. Sends it back in. Blind Troy with it now. In the crease. And it comes right to a Morris and she'll cover. 5:38 to go. The Kings starting to put some intense pressure on the Rockets netminder. We are tied at 1. Line changes for the Rockets. The Kings have Nate Blytroy out there along with Nicky Ciarelli and Damian Slater. Catapano and Klein on points. We are glad you're with us here at the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Game number 1 of the Atlantic Hockey Federation Championship. First round for the Kings against the Rockets. It's a round robin, so 3 games played. Tomorrow morning, the Avalanche. Tomorrow afternoon, the Jersey Shore Wildcats. And we'll see from there. Here's Catapano over to Slater. In the 7 years that this core team has been together, as a big save by Contrini. This is the first time the Kings have made the postseason. Shot in, save Contrini, it's loose in front, and he covers. And Blytroy doesn't like that. As the Rockets try to pound on Contrini to put it past him, Braden's able to stand up like a brick wall and keep that puck out. 5:03 to go, second period. 1-1, Rockets and Kings. Did we have a final on the Avalanche team? Do we have a final on the Avalanche team? Lots of nothing. Jim Walsh giving me updates on the Avalanche and Wildcats team. The Avalanche were winning 3-0 with 10 minutes to go. I'm not saying the Avalanche definitely won, but they were up 3-0. So here's Walsh receiving the pass from Formisano. Walsh across to Bernstein. Bernstein, it's knocked off his stick. Now here's Walsh, steals it away. The shot, fans on it. He goes to Basinger. Basinger back to the point and past Cooper. And here come the Rockets. Into the zone, Batista with it. The pass across, he fans on the shot. Now Formisano was able to poke and head. Basinger, intercepted by Cooper. Great defense by Trevor Cooper, playing the man in front. And the puck comes outside the zone. It's what they teach you. It's how you play defense. And Trevor Cooper played that perfectly. 4:23 remaining here in the second period. 1-1, Kings and Rockets. Face-off will be at center ice. Walsh talking about it. I think he wanted icing on the play. He didn't get it. Or intentional. Well, the referees are not going to grant it. Face-off between Bernstein and Willard Brown. It's won by Bernstein. Goes over to Formisano. Formisano, Bernstein, and Walsh out there for the Kings, along with Galucci and Cooper. It's in the corner to Walsh. Walsh, the pass across to Bernstein. Bernstein in front. He scores! Noah Bernstein off the pass from Brian Walsh. And with 4:10 remaining in the second period, the Kings take a 2-1 lead. Noah Bernstein from Brian Walsh, and the Kings are up by a goal. So that Formisano and Walsh and Bernstein line making some magic happen again. And the Kings go up by a goal. Now here is Max Fish and Connor Dunn winging Sam DiRobertis. Frazee inside the zone. The shot deflected down. Goes back behind the net. A wraparound attempt. Contrini holds the post. The Rockets have it behind. Desperately trying to get this game tied back up. Shot comes in. Goes wide into the corner. Again, to advance to the final rounds, you're going to at least have to win 2 games out of the 3. You probably have to win all 3. Here's DiRobertis. Along the boards. Connor Dunn with it. If you win 2, you have a chance at the wild card, I would say. But the team that wins all 3 is most likely, they're going to go through. So, puck shoveled into the corner. It's deflected down by Butler. Now to Fish. Max Fish with the pass to DiRobertis. Sam DiRobertis up and inside the Rocket zone. It's on net, so Morris has to play it. With 3:14 remaining in the second period, the Kings with a 2-1 lead. Shots on goal favoring Skylands, 18-15. The faceoff will be to the right of Amores. It's going to be Nate Blybe-Troy centering Gio Valente and Nicky Ciarelli with Klein and Catapato on the points. Here's a faceoff to Valente, back to Catapato. Catapato to Klein. Rob got a piece of it, but it goes to Ciarelli. Nicky Ciarelli over the blue. Sends it in. Amores with the 6 save. Valente jumps on it. The shot. Save Amores with the right pad. Now here's Klein. Klein sends it into the corner. Blybe-Troy has it there. Pinned along the boards. The Rockets have it behind the net. Now back out to the point to Catapato. Luca Catapato skates in. Catapato, nice move. The shot. Save. Amores got the left toe on it. Great play by Catapato to get around the defense there. Now here's Blybe-Troy. Nate Blybe-Troy, the pass to Ciarelli. Nicky sends it all the way into the corner, but it's offside. Blybe-Troy doesn't like it. 2:27 remaining in the second period. Kings 2, Rockets 1. We are here live in the Flyers rink, the Philadelphia Flyers, in the Northeast Skate Zone. Did I say that with any disdain? I can't read. 3-0, thank you. 3-0 final for the Avalanche. They win over the Jersey Shore Wildcats earlier today. So the Avalanche are 1-0 and the Wildcats 0-1. As I said, we're in the Flyers rink. Being an Islanders fan, I don't like that, but that's okay. I'm not from here. So at the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hey, love the city, hate the teams, right? I said that about Boston all the time. Love Boston, just don't like the teams. Kings leading the Rockets 2-1 here in the second period. In the high slot, Batista with the shot off of Cooper. Cooper trying to clear the slot. Gives it over to Bernstein. Here's Bernstein with the pass to Walsh. Walsh coming in. Walsh with the slap shot. Saved by Amores. I haven't seen Walsh take a lot of slap shots this year. He had some power behind that. Goes into the far corner. Walsh has been a master with the wrist shot, but the slapper, I was waiting to see. That was good. Pass by Cooper just came outside the zone, and it's offside. Minute 37 to go here in the second period. It is 2-1 Skylands over the Rockets Hockey Club. Face-off just outside the Rockets' end. It's going to be DiRobertis taking the draw with Fish and Formisano. Dixon and Klein on defense. Face-off won by the Kings. Stolen away by Frazee. Frazee trying to come inside the zone. Gets around Dixon. Frazee in the shot. He scores! Walter Frazee is able to put it to the top shelf of the net. Past Contrini. We are all tied at 2. He's able to sidestep Dixon, slide his way through, and found a portion of the net that Contrini wasn't covering. So with minute 27 remaining in the second period, the Rockets and Kings are now deadlocked 2 apiece. Bernstein, Walsh, and Slater out there for the Kings. Face-off against Frazee. So we'll see if the Kings can quell the momentum that the Rockets are trying to gain here on that game-tying goal. Face-off will be just outside the Kings' zone as the Rockets were offside. Just in front of the Rockets bench. So Frazee and Willard Brown with goals for the Rockets. Walsh and Bernstein for the Kings. Face-off won by Bernstein. Rockets send it in. Goes back behind the net. Tied at 2 here in the late second period. Here's Slater with it. Slater along the near boards. Stolen away by Brown. Willard Brown has it. Now Slater with it. Slater along the boards trying to pass it up. Gets around Bodie Brown back to the point. Masinger. It's blocked by Bernstein. Masinger sends it back in. Now held by Klein. Sends it up off Bernstein's stick. Rockets have it deep inside their own zone. Back to neutral ice. Here's Klein with it. Stolen by Bodie Brown to pass across. There's Batista. Walsh on him. Sends it into the corner. Here's Dixon with it. Dixon 38 seconds to go. Pass up to Slater. Slater with it. He'll circle back around. Takes it behind his own net. Damian Slater. Pass up ice to Walsh. Just out of the reach. Stolen away by the Rockets. And there is Dixon. Logan Dixon. Cross ice to Braden Klein. Up to Walsh. Walsh with 17 seconds. Pass over to Slater. It's intercepted by Masinger. Held in by Walsh. He's knocked down. And the puck is cleared outside the zone. Here's Bodie Brown. Bodie Brown will send it in off the boards. Takes a weird bounce. Goes to the left. Klein trying to pick it up. He's overskated it, but picks it back up again. And the buzzer sounds, signaling the end of the second period. The Kings take the lead 2-1 on goals by Ryan Walsh and Noah Bernstein. But then Walter Frazee scores with a minute and change left to go in the second period. But we are deadlocked at 2. Third period action from the Northeast Skate Zone upcoming. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for Skylands Kings Hockey. Mike Forbesano here calling today's game. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday afternoon on President's Day weekend. Game number 1 of the Atlantic Hockey Federation Championships first round as the Kings are deadlocked with the Rockets Hockey Club 2-2. Goals from Ryan Walsh and Noah Bernstein for the Kings. Shots on goal, they lead 20-17. But on the scoreboard, it is tied at 2. Clive Troy with the draw against Anthony Vantasel for the Rockets. The Kings now going left to right of the screen in their Road Navy jerseys, trimmed by gold and white. The Rockets in red jerseys and red uniforms, trimmed by black. There's Valenti, plays it inside the zone. Valenti in the corner, trying to get around McKinnon. Into the far corner, there's Logan Robb, tries to send it up. It goes to Vantasel. Cross ice pass to Chesson. Chesson sends it over to Vantasel. Backhand through the slot. Cleared out of the way by Gallucci. In front of the Kings bench. Kings have to play tight here in this third period. Make sure they don't give any strange opportunities up. The shot goes wide left. Skylands looking for that go-ahead goal. This is game number 1 of 3. Tomorrow, a true test between the Kings and the North Jersey Avalanche. As the puck came outside the zone, the Avalanche with 34 wins this season. 15-14 to go in regulation. I believe the rules would be the same as they were in regular season play and showcase play, where you would have an overtime period if these teams remain tied. So here's Klein with it as the Kings win the faceoff. Now Fish to DiRobertis. Knocked off his stick by Holden Carey, and there's Koreshi who plays it in for the Rockets. Catapano behind his own net into the corner. 15 minutes to go. Puck to neutral ice. Javed Koreshi with it. Off of Dunn's equipment. He holds it inside the zone. Dunn skating into the corner. Connor Dunn with it. Dunn turns back around. Tells it in the corner. It's stolen away by the Rockets. Now to Fish to DiRobertis. Over to Max Fish on the backhand. Fish hits the brakes, a shot. Goes wide into the near corner. Fish in there. He's knocked down. He's able to hold the puck in the corner. Here's DiRobertis. Got two defenders on him. And the puck comes out to Frazee. Over to Dunn. Steals it away. Connor Dunn looking to set up. Knocked off his stick. It's loose in front. DiRobertis from the backhand. Save Amores. And she'll hold on. Giovanna Amores has been huge in goal today for the Rockets Hockey Club. Getting the start. Faceoff will be deep inside the Rockets' end. Bernstein, Walsh, and Slater, along with Dixon and Butler on defense. Here's the faceoff, goes over to Slater. Slater holds it. Pass back to Butler, now back to Slater. Along the far board, Slater with the shot. Save Amores, and she scoops it up. Into the catching glove, no further play. A low shot by Slater, and Amores handles it. Now here's Bernstein on the far faceoff dot. Takes the face-off against Willard Brown. He wins it back to Butler. Butler across to Dixon. Logan Dixon tries to shoot it in off Batista. Holds it at the point. Batista on him. He sidesteps him. Sends it in. It was deflected by Walsh, but it goes wide into the far corner. Now here's Walsh along the far boards. Back to Butler. Gavin Butler sets up. Fires. Saved by Amores. It goes in the corner. Now back to Butler again. Butler trying to pinch in. Stolen away by the Rockets, and that's outside the zone. And Dixon has to regroup. Logan Dixon in his own zone. He overskates it. Has to jump on it before Brody Brown can intercept. Now to Ryan Walsh. Tip pass to Slater. Slater inside the zone. Knocked back out. And here's Brown with it. Brown to Batista. Batista sends it in. And Dixon gives chase. 13-18 to go in the third period. Deadlock, 2 apiece. Here's Bernstein. Noah Bernstein at the red line. Plays it in past Willard Brown, but it's on an offside. Shots on goal now, 21-17. Willard Brown and Walter Frazee with the goals for the Rockets Hockey Club. Ryan Walsh and Noah Bernstein with the tallies for the Kings. It is Nate Blytroy centering Nicky Ciarelli on the right. Michael Formisano on the left. Cooper and Gallucci on defense. Here's Gallucci. Sends it up to Formisano. Stolen off his stick by Vantasel. Gallucci poke checks that away. Along the far boards, comes back outside the zone, and the Rockets have to regroup. Here's Vallejo. Vallejo tried to send it in. Ciarelli all over him, and the Kings take it behind their own net. Any mistake will be just magnified right now by either team. You want to be careful you make the right decisions out there. Here's Cooper in the far corner. Formisano has it, backhands it outside the zone, and here's Vallejo for the Rockets. Now Daggett will send it in. 12:24 to go in the third period, tied at 2. Here's Formisano. Michael Formisano over the red. Coming in on the Rockets is over the blue. Pass to Blytroy. Nate Blytroy sends it back in. Just past the left post as Formisano was there waiting for it. And so now here's Gallucci stolen away. The Rockets pick it up. Catapano back to defend Vantasel. He gets a stick on it and is able to steal it away and backhand it outside the zone. Great defense by Luca Catapano. Now to McKinnon. Sean McKinnon in his own zone. The pass to Koreshi. Javed Koreshi inside the Kings' end. He wraps it around the boards. Over to Catapano. Takes a check from Chesson. Now DiRobertis with it. Back out to the point. The Rockets have it there. The pass to Koreshi. He's all alone. He's open. He fans on the shot. It goes behind the net, and DiRobertis picks it up. Too much time in the Kings' end right now. Skylands has to find a way to get it down into the Rockets' end of the ice. Here's DiRobertis over the red line now, over the blue. DiRobertis coming in. Poke checked off his stick. Stolen away by Valente. Along the far boards now. Here's Valente. Sends it in behind the Rockets' net. McKinnon has it. McKinnon sends it back up along the boards. Now Klein with it. Braden Klein. All the way across. Frazee with it. Sends it outside the zone. It's off of Chesson. Now Frazee with it. Frazee. Chesson holds it there. Tied up by Klein. Frazee still with it. Now Chesson. Stolen by Fish. Fish tried to clear the zone. Can't do so. It's getting down to that point in the game where who wants it more. Here's Valente. Over to DiRobertis. Sam DiRobertis over the red, now over the blue. DiRobertis coming in. The shot just over the crossbar. Now Fish. Back to DiRobertis. Over to Fish. On the side, on the circle. Stolen away by the Rockets. These teams very evenly matched. Holden carry coming inside the zone on the backhand. Dixon tips it loose. Goes back in the corner. Here is Sam DiRobertis. Pass up to Valente off his stick. Masinger picks it up for the Rockets. Now to Butler. Gavin Butler. Pass to Fish. Max Fish at the red line. Fish trying to come in. DiRobertis with it. The shot knocked down by the Rockets defense. And here's a break for Willard Brown. Brown trying to get around Butler. Good defensive play by Butler. Sends it in. Dixon goes back behind the net. There's Butler with it. Butler will tip it forward. He kicks it forward with a skate to Fish. Sends it up but not out. Raffle will slap it back in. Behind the net and into the far corner. 9:28 to go. Third period. Puck in front. Here's Mack. Pass off. Stolen away by Butler. And Butler passes up to Dunn. All the way down the ice. It will not be enough for icing as they wave it off. Here's Raffle. Picks it up. Dunn on the forecheck. It's in Dunn's equipment. He knocks it down. Walsh trying to steal it away. Here's Connor Dunn at the point. And it comes back outside the zone, and Cooper has it. Over to Gallucci. Gallucci sends it in. Into the Rockets bench and out of play. We are down to 8 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the third period. Tied at 2 between the Kings and Rockets. The faceoff will be just outside the Kings zone since Gallucci played it into the bench. It's Bernstein, Walsh, and Dunn. Here's the faceoff. It's won by the Rockets. The shot on goal. Blocker glove saved by Contrini. And now here's Cooper with it. Trevor Cooper behind the net. Plays it around to Dunn. Dunn along the boards. Masinger picks it up for the Rockets. Sends it back into the Kings' end of the ice. On net, so Contrini plays it. Gives it to Cooper. Trevor Cooper on the side. He'll send it up. Pass Dunn, held in by Masinger. Now Cooper with it behind his own net. Trevor Cooper starts the attack. Cooper coming over the blue line. He'll stop here right before the blue line, and he passes it across ice to Gallucci. Rocco Gallucci over the red line. Sends it in. It goes back behind the Rockets net. Walsh after it, trying to get around Masinger. Raffle has it now for the Rockets. Hits the brakes, turns back around. He'll back in it, knocked down by Walsh. Pass back to the point. Klein holds it, but now the Rockets play it back out. There's Bodie Brown. He sends it down the ice. It's going to be an icing. And all the way back down to the Rockets' end. A mistake there by Bodie Brown as he sends it beyond the red line, and it'll turn into an icing. So the face-off to the left of Giovanna Amores. It will be Noah Bernstein, Ryan Walsh, Damian Slater, along with Klein and Catapano on the points. Face-off, won by Bernstein, goes forward with it. Over to Slater, Slater to Walsh, Walsh with the shot, just wide left. And it goes to the far boards. Slater back to Catapano. Catapano over to Slater along the far boards. Now gives it to Klein. Braden Klein fires! Save Amores! It's loose in front. Slater falls down. The puck's underneath, and it comes to the Rockets, and they clear the zone. Back into the zone, and it's offside. And that was a good play by Klein to go ahead and play it back into the zone, or else the Rockets may have had a breakaway there. 7:33 to go. Third period. Kings 2, Rockets 2. We are here live inside the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. for game number 1 of the Atlantic Hockey Federation Championships. Here's DeRobertis coming in. DeRobertis to Blytroy. Just missed, and it goes along the far boards. Now Nate picks it up, sends it into DeRobertis. DeRobertis in the far corner. DeRobertis turns back around. He's got it there. Gives it to Blytroy. Blytroy hasn't been pinned by Rockets defenseman. Now DeRobertis sends it over to Ciarelli. Nicky Ciarelli passes it back to the point to Dixon. Dixon holds. Checked behind by Daggett. They're letting him play. And you wonder who on either the Kings or Rockets will be the hero tonight. Here is Dixon. I think you can call it nighttime now. It's past 5:30, so. And Blytroy knocked off his stick by Vantasel. Back outside the zone, and here is Dixon. Dixon sends it to Ciarelli. Ciarelli coming inside. They're going to have to play until, well, not necessarily. They could wind up in the tie. This is a round robin. 6:30 to go. Third period. DeRobertis along the far boards. Rockets play it outside the zone. It's right in front of their bench. There's Ferrone. Butler's down, slow to get up. Shot on goal over the crossbar as Catrini waved his glove at it. Now Dixon with it. Trying to get it to Ciarelli. Blytroy in to help. Blytroy with the pass to DeRobertis. Drop off to Ciarelli, now to DeRobertis. Sam DeRobertis coming inside the Rocket end, trying to get around Ferrone. Wraparound attempt by Sam DeRobertis as he falls down, tries to get the shot off. Now Blytroy in front of Formisano. Formisano cross check down. No call, we play on. Formisano received a cross check right in the back there. And the referees let him play. Here's Dixon up to Formisano. Michael Formisano, he's in with DeRobertis. Along the near boards, a shot on goal, wide left into the far corner. Bernstein plays it there. Bernstein trying to get around defense. Bernstein goes back around. It comes out to Logan Robb. Robb on the blue line. Robb on the red line now with Chesson. Cooper on him. Trevor Cooper takes him out of the play. Robb steals it in front. He scores! James Chesson with the goal with 5:14 remaining. And the Rockets take a 3-2 lead. A tough break for the Kings. And Chesson's able to net it past Catrini. 5:14 remaining as the Kings were right on the doorstep themselves. The Rockets come all the way back down and give themselves a 3-2 lead. 5:14 to go in the third period. Can the Kings tie it back up? Bernstein, Walsh, Formisano, along with Galucci and Cooper. Face-off between Bernstein and Brown. And Walsh picks it up. Ryan Walsh coming inside the zone. Walsh in front. The Formisano goes through the crease and behind the net. Walsh with it now. Walsh setting it up. Walsh in front. Trying to bounce it off of Morris. It's underneath her, and she covers. For the Kings to get this game tied with 5 minutes remaining, they're going to have to throw the kitchen sink at Morris. Line change for the Kings. Slater in for Formisano. Bernstein on the draw. It's won by the Rockets. Raffle picks it up. Less than 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. The Rockets have just taken a 3-2 lead. Stolen away by Bernstein. Bernstein with the pass across to Walsh. Walsh over to Bernstein, now Slater. Slater up top. Slater on the face-off circle trying to get around. It's off the boards. Here's Walsh. Walsh inside in the far corner. Raffle pinning him along the boards. Sends it back up and around. Here's Cooper. Trevor Cooper trying to get around. The Rockets are able to clear it all the way down the ice. Just past Catrini and an icing on the play. We're down to 4:25 to go in the third period. Faceoff will be deep inside the Rockets zone. The go-ahead goal by James Chesson for the Rockets Hockey Club to make it 3-2. Will be Blytroy, Fish, and DeRobertis, along with Klein and Catapano on the points. Faceoff to the left of Morris. Blytroy on it. Goes back behind the net. Here's DeRobertis with it. Sam DeRobertis skates back out. Now in front. Shot on goal! Just over the crossbar by Fish. Now here's Klein with it. Klein will send it back in. Goes into the corner. There's Ferrone. Plays it up to Robb. Held by Blytroy. Nate Blytroy's in his skates. Kings try to play loose. It's being tied up, and it's outside the zone, and the Kings will have to regroup with 4 minutes to go. Here's DiRobertis inside the zone. Sam DiRobertis to the face-off circle to Blytroy. Blytroy through the crease, and it goes along the near boards. And now back to Klein. Now Catapano with it. Luca Catapano. The pass to Klein. Sends it back in. Rockets hold it there. Off the glass. And it goes over to Klein. Now Blytroy sends it back in. 3:30 to go in the third period. Offside of the play as Blytroy sends it in, and DiRobertis was still inside the zone. Shots on goal, 24-21 in favor of the Kings, but it's the Rockets with a 3-2 lead with 3.5 to go in the third period. Face off at center ice, Bernstein, Valente, and Walsh. Cooper and Dixon on defense. Right in front of the Rockets bench, Walsh sends it in. Bernstein after it. Raffle behind. Kings trying to play it out. There's Valente. Loses it to Raffle. It's held behind by Walsh. Off the dasher. Comes back to the point, and Dixon has to bring it outside the zone. 3:08 to go in the third period. Here's Bernstein with it. Noah Bernstein with the pass up to Valente. Valente sends it in. Wraps it around the boards. Masinger after it. Walsh on her. The puck's loose. Walsh trying to jump on it. Goes into the corner. Here's Bernstein. Noah Bernstein into the net, and Amora's able to make the save, and she's able to cover. So Bernstein set it on net. It was a low shot, and Amora's got the stick down, was able to block it and keep it out of the net. And with 2:44 to go, it remains 3-2 Rockets. We will keep an eye on Coach Charlie Spetz to see whether or not he pulls Braden Catrini for an extra attacker. 2:44 to go. Blytroy takes the draw with Ciarelli and DiRobertis out there. Here's Cooper. Sends it into the corner. Blytroy goes behind. It's in the corner. McKinnon plays it past DiRobertis. Dixon pinching in. DiRobertis with it in the corner. DiRobertis along the far boards. Sam has it, trying to skate to the high slot. Pass across to Cooper. Cooper was going the other way. He had a reverse. Puck comes in on Amora. She reached for it. Can't get it. It's off the far corner. The Rockets play it, but not out. There's Dixon. Holds it in. It's loose in front. And the Rockets are able to clear the zone. Up the ice to Logan Robb, just out of his reach. No icing, as they say. He tipped it. And so here's Dixon. Logan Dixon behind with 2:02 remaining in the third period. Dixon stolen away by the Rockets. Here's Robb. Goes into the far corner. Trevor Cooper with it. Pass up to DiRobertis. Sam DiRobertis coming in with Ciarelli. 2-on-2. DiRobertis over the blue line. DiRobertis on the backhand. Circles back around. Setting up. Shot on goal. Save Amores, and she'll hold on. The Kings have pulled Catrini for an extra attacker. 99 seconds to go. Face-off will be deep inside the Rockets' end. And the Kings are going to call for time, and we will take one as well. 1 minute, 39 seconds remaining in the third period. The Rockets Hockey Club lead the Skylands Kings 3-2. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as the Kings trail the Rockets Hockey Club 3-2 with 99 seconds to go. The Kings have pulled goaltender Braden Catrini for an extra attacker. It will be Noah Bernstein, Ryan Walsh, Nate Blytroy, Nicky Ciarelli, Sam DiRobertis, and Trevor Cooper out there. The Rockets win the draw, take it behind the net. It goes into the near corner. Back to Walsh. over to Troy. Here's Walsh with it in the corner. Walsh back to DiRobertis at the point. DiRobertis will hold. Backhands it back into Walsh. Stolen away by Raffle. Raffle sends it off the glass and around. Bernstein holds it. Noah Bernstein with it now. Bernstein on the face-off dot. The shot! He scores! He scores! Noah Bernstein has tied the game at 3. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining. Bernstein's goal ties the game. 3-3, and the Kings are still alive. Bernstein on the face-off dot. A blister past Giovanna Morez. And for Bernstein, in a season of big goals, none has been bigger than this one. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining. Here's the face-off. The Rockets go forward with it. There's Brown, stolen by Walsh. Walsh off the glass. Bernstein in the zone. He holds it now to Walsh. Taken away by the Rockets. DiRobertis knocks him off. Who wants it more? DiRobertis coming across. Gives it to Walsh. Walsh on the far boards. Sends it into the near corner. DiRobertis after it. It's sent back behind the net. Masinger. Walsh knocks it down. Walsh has it behind the net. Walsh trying to dig it out. Raffle in there as well. Bernstein trying to help out. It's tied up. The referee's telling him to play it loose. It finally comes loose in 40 seconds. Here's Walsh. Walsh with it. Sends it back around. In front. The robber on attempt by Bernstein's no good. Bernstein goes to the near corner. Noah has it on his stick. Trying to get around Raffle. He's knocked down. Now DiRobertis. DiRobertis with the shot. Blocker glove saves. She just got a piece of it. Now here's Walsh. Checked by Masinger. He's tied up. They're trying to freeze the puck. The referees tell them play it loose. 15 seconds to go. It's still in the skates. The Rockets finally able to play it out. It's underneath Ferrone. Ferrone tying it up. Now it comes back to DiRobertis. Outside the zone. Cooper has to give chase. And that is the end of the third period. We will head to overtime as Noah Bernstein gives the Kings life. A game-tying goal with 1:15 remaining. And we are tied at 3. We'll be back for overtime between the Kings and the Rockets right after this.
What a finish.
I don't know. I'm going to Mr. He wants to go tell. That? Not feed this. No. I eat the puck. You aren't that hungry.
Welcome back to the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for overtime between the Kings and the Rockets Hockey Club. Mike Formisano along with you, calling today's action as the Kings have tied this game at 3 on a goal by Noah Bernstein with 1:15 remaining in the third period. And so now it'll be 3-on-3. The Kings will change sides with the Rockets, I believe. Catrini's heading to the other side. Going to have to kick Amores out of the net as she's going over there. So now they do. For the Kings on the 3-on-3, it'll be Bernstein, Walsh, and Cooper. For the Rockets, it'll be Mack, Raffle, and Frazee. Kings going right to left now. Overtime will be 5 minutes on the 3-on-3. 1 goal wins it all. Here's Bernstein back to Cooper. Cooper has it off the boards. He'll send it back in. Possession is huge in overtime, so whoever has the puck, keep an eye on. Here's Raffle. Has it behind his net. Raffle trying to play it around Walsh. You've got Mack with it now. Mack checked off the puck, and Cooper steals it away. Cooper will take it behind his own net, being chased by Mack. The pass intercepted by Raffle. Raffle picks it up along the near boards. Pass across, the shot over the crossbar. And now Bernstein with it, along with Frazee. Bernstein trying to play it out. The Kings are exhausted having to tie the game. Now the Rockets have it in the corner, back to Raffle. Raffle at the point, sends it back in. Cooper steals it away. Trevor Cooper has it now, along the boards. Frazee with it along the near boards now. Pass in the corner to Raffo. Cooper pinches in. Is able to check him off the puck. Cooper steals the puck away. Trevor Cooper behind his own net. Kings desperately looking for a change. Here's Walsh. Walsh across to Bernstein. Back to Walsh. Walsh inside the zone. Walsh with Bernstein. Walsh goes in the corner. He goes back behind. Walsh. He's got Dixon out there. Walsh will come back to the point. Back to Dixon. Dixon trying to tie it up. He's got it on the heel of a stick. Stolen away by the Rockets as the Rocket player falls down. And so now McKinnon takes it away. 3.5 minutes to go. The Rockets across the blue. In neutral ice, there's Frazee. Dixon, Walsh, and Bernstein. They're exhausted out there. Here's McKinnon back to the point. McKinnon. Walsh tries to play it off his stick. Goes back in the corner. Back behind the net. Looking for a wraparound. Can't get it. It's back to the point. Shot in. Save! Catrini! Catrini, who's screened, made maybe his biggest save of the season. 3:06 remaining. And so now the Kings will change up. It'll be DiRobertis, Ciarelli, and Dixon out there. Here's a face-off won by DiRobertis. Sam has it, and he goes back behind the net. Being checked off the puck by Bodie Brown. Comes over to Ciarelli, the backhander, he scores! He scores! Bodie Brown kills the Kings again. A backhander past Catrini with 2:57 remaining. And the Rockets Hockey Club defeat the Skylands Kings 4-3. And Catrini is dejected in the net, and the Skylands Kings players coming over to console him. It's not just Catrini's fault, you know, it happens. And the Kings win and loses a team. And that'll be remembered as they try and console Catrini, who skates to the front of the line. Final shots on goal. The Kings win the shots on goal 27-24. But Bodie Brown with a backhand goal sinks the Kings again in overtime, 4-3. Now, with the overtime, this may give the Kings a point in the standings, and that may help them try and clinch a wild card. But the chances of trying to win the division now are very slim. We'll see what happens. They'll go up against the North Jersey Avalanche tomorrow in basically what's a must-win game for the Kings. And then they'll take on the Wildcats on Sunday night. Please join us tomorrow morning back here at the Northeast Skate Zone in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Skylands Kings hockey. They'll take on the North Jersey Avalanche. Final score once again from the Flyers rink in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's the Rockets Hockey Club 4-3 over the Kings in overtime. This is Mike Formasano saying thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.